In Slavic folklore, Baba Yaga, also spelled Baba Yaga from Polish, is a supernatural being or one of a trio of sisters of the same name who appears as a deformed and or ferocious-looking woman. In fairy tales, Baba Yaga flies around in a mortar, wields a pestle and dwells deep in the forest in a hut, usually described as standing on chicken legs. Baba Yaga may help or hinder those who encounter her or seek her out, and may play a maternal role. She also has associations with forest wildlife. According to Vladimir Prop's folktale mythology, Baba Yaga commonly appears as either a donor or a villain, or may be altogether ambiguous. Dr. Andreas Johns identifies Baba Yaga as one of the most memorable and distinctive figures in Eastern European folklore, and observes that she is enigmatic and often exhibits striking ambiguity. Johns summarizes Baba Yaga as a many-faceted figure capable of inspiring researchers to see her as a cloud, moon, death, winter snake, bird, pelican or earth goddess, totemic matriarchal ancestress, female initiator, phallic mother, or archetypal image. Variations of the name Baba Yaga are found in many Slavic languages. The first element is a Babel word which gives the word babusia or grandmother or babusia in modern Ukrainian and Polish respectively, babushka or grandmother in modern Russian, and babcia or babunia grandmother in Polish. In Serbo-Croatian, Bosnian, Bulgarian and Romanian, baba means grandmother or old woman. In contemporary Polish and Russian, baba is the pejorative synonym for woman, especially one that is old, dirty or foolish. As with other kinship terms in Slavic languages, baba may be used in other ways, potentially as a result of taboo. It may be applied to various animals, natural phenomena and objects, such as types of mushrooms, cake or pears. In the Polzia region of Ukraine, the plural baby may refer to an autumn funeral feast. The element may appear as a means of glossing the second element, yaga, with a familiar component, or may have also been applied as a means of distinguishing Baba Yaga from a male counterpart. Yaga is more etymologically problematic, and there is no clear consensus among scholars about its meaning. In the 19th century, Alexander Afanasiuk proposed the derivation of Proto-Slavic asterisk, as in Sanskrit a serpent. This etymology has been explored by 20th century scholars. Related terms appear in Serbo-Croatian jaza horror, shudder, chill, Slovene jaza anger, Old Czech jezwich, legendary evil female being, modern Czech jazinka, wicked wood nymph, dryad, and Polish jedza, witch, evil woman, fury. The term appears in Old Church Slavonic as jaza/jedza, disease. In other Indo-European languages, the element yaga has been linked to Lithuanian inti, to abuse continuously, to belittle, to exploit. Old English inka, doubt, worry, pain, and Old Norse iki, pain, worry. The first clear reference to Baba Yaga, yaga baba, occurs in 1755 in Mikhail V. Lomonosov's Russian grammar Rune Lomonosov's grammar book. Baba Yaga is mentioned twice among other figures, largely from Slavic tradition. The second of the two mentions occurs within a list of Slavic gods and beings next to their presumed equivalents in Roman mythology. The Slavic god Perun, for example, appears equated with the Roman god Jupiter. Baba Yaga, however, appears in a third section without an equivalence, highlighting her perceived uniqueness even in this first known attestation. In the narratives in which Baba Yaga appears, she displays a variety of typical attributes: a turning chicken hut and a mortar, pestle and or mop or broom. Baba Yaga often bears the epithet Baba Yaga kostiane noga, bony leg, or Baba Yaga s jeleznymi zubami, with iron teeth, and when inside her dwelling she may be found stretched out over the stove, reaching from one corner of the hut to another. Baba Yaga may sense and mention the Yuski duck Russian scent of those that visit her. Her nose may stick into the ceiling. Particular emphasis may be placed by some narrators on the repulsiveness of her nose. In some tales, a trio of Baba Yagas appear as sisters, all sharing the same name. For example, in a version of the Maiden Tsar collected in the 19th century by Alexander Afanasiuk, Ivan, a handsome merchant's son, makes his way to the home of one of three Baba Yagas. Ivan walks sometime before encountering a small hut identical to the first. This Baba Yaga makes the same comments and asks the same question as the first, and Ivan asks the same question. This second Baba Yaga does not know either and directs him to the third, but says that if she gets angry with him and wants to devour you, take 3 horns from her and ask her permission to blow them. Blow the first one softly, the second one louder, and third still louder. Ivan thanks her and continues on his journey. After walking for some time, Ivan eventually finds the chicken-legged hut of the youngest of the 3 sisters turning in an open field. This third and youngest of the Baba Yagas makes the same comment about the Russian smell before running to wet her teeth and consume Ivan. Ivan begs her to give him 3 horns and she does so. The first he blows softly, the second louder, and the third louder yet. This causes birds of all sorts to arrive and swarm the hut. One of the birds is the firebird, which tells him to hop on its back or Baba Yaga will eat him. He does so and the Baba Yaga rushes him and grabs the firebird by its tail. The firebird leaves with Ivan, leaving Baba Yaga behind with a fistful of firebird feathers. In Afanasiev's collection of tales, Baba Yaga also appears in Baba Yaga and Zamorish by command of the Prince Daniel Vasilisa the Fair, Maria Morievna, Realms of Copper, Silver and Gold, Fr the Caesar and Vasilisa the Wise and Legless Knight and Blind Knight. English titles from Magnus's translation. The character Valida Jello in Tad Williams' Memory, Sorrow and Thorn trilogy, who is described as a forest woman, has supernatural powers, can transform into a bird, and lives in a hut on a lake with bird feet which appears to move. Baba Yaga appears on a variety of lubki, singular lubok, wood block prints popular in late 17th and early 18th century Russia. In some instances, Baba Yaga appears astride a pig going to battle against a reptilian entity referred to as crocodile. Jazababa CS, a figure closely related to Baba Yaga, occurs in the folklore of the West Slavic peoples. The 2 figures may originate from a common figure known during the Middle Ages or earlier. Both figures are similarly ambiguous in character, but differ in appearance and the different tale types they occur in. Questions linger regarding the limited Slavic area, East Slavic nations, Slovakia and the Czech lands, in which references to Jezababa are recorded. 11 Jedzapor, another figure related to Baba Yaga, appears in Polish folklore.